Hello, hello, lovely souls. Today I want to give you one advice that I would give anyone who wants to improve relationship with anyone as well. I was really thinking about this one thing that I read in a book called 7 Principles of How to Make a Marriage Work. I think the title is like that. And there is this one chapter, one principle that really fascinated me. And this principle was called love mapping. And what it is essentially is that when you have your partner, love mapping is that you know the details of their inner world. Not even inner world, but also what is going on in their lives. You know their favorite movies, food, what they are scared of, their aspirations, how they think. Like, you know things about your partner. And I think it's such a brilliant thing to apply to whatever relationship you have. What I see very commonly between people when they have relationships, it doesn't matter what kind of relationship it is that the love mapping is not that strong. And I think a very common mistake people do in relationships is that they don't love map correctly. And it's because they don't ask open questions. And they are not interested in what other people say. What I see on day-to-day basis when I interact with people, they say something they're excited about, right? They share their hobbies with someone. And the person is like, yeah, that's interesting. Nothing. This is boring, people. This is boring. And I really, like, if you do this is a bad habit. I'm calling you out. I'm sorry, but I want you sincerely to get your relationship better. This is just not a good way to go. There can be days when you're tired, you just don't have brain energy, and that's completely okay. But if you are responding to everyone's interest with okay, be curious. The people, they telling you with some kind of excitement in their voice, right? They sharing something what is valuable to them, and they want you to resonate with them. They want to connect however they do it. They are so excited about the interest or something that is going on in their life that they want you engaged. And that beautiful thing that you can do is to ask a question, open-ended question. Those questions, open questions, usually start with what, why. So what excited you about this team? So why did you start watching football? Those kind of questions lead the people to tell you more about their interest. You are building the love map. You are getting to know them better and their deep core. You don't go on the surface. You can go on the surface. If someone doesn't interest you as a person, you don't feel the vibe, then like do the and stuff, like it's up to you. But if someone interests you and you want to keep them in your life and you want to build the relationship with them, the connection, then asking them about their interests, about their world. I see a lot of times that it actually surprises people when I ask them some very deep questions or follow-up questions. They're like, whoa, like, you interested in this? It makes me so happy because the people are like, wow, you make them feel seen. You make them feel seen and heard. And also, if you are asking open-ended question, it means that you are listening. Because anyone can, if you're gonna be telling me something for 15 minutes and I'm gonna yeah, okay, I wouldn't have to even listen. I could be gone completely with my head. But if you ask a follow-up question and it was something that is very it's visible that you listen, then the people feel so seen and heard. And this also gives you aura points from the people because they like being seen. That's what people love. They love to be loved, seen, heard, when someone is interested in them, in their hobbies. So when you have friends, family, partner, kids, ask them open questions. Ask them about their day. Ask them about their deep world, what they going through, what they thinking about, why they thinking about that. Because I think that so many times people miss out on that deep connection because they kind of They build this picture of that person in their head, and it's based on some like few moments with this person that they experience, and then they just stick to this and they kind of like assume. It's also like that assumption. It's a very risky thing when it comes to relationship. You want to understand but where the person is coming from. A lot of time, if you're gonna use assumption when you're gonna be, for example, trying to figure out something with your partner, assumption can get you into a fight. But if I'm gonna ask you, oh, okay, I didn't understand how you quite meant it. Can you tell me where you were coming from? Again, it's open-ended. It's not really, it's kind of question, but like it's open-ended. I want to understand how that person thinks, how they like you know, if your partner is always very reactive when you tell them what you miss in a relationship or something, and they like switch into this like fight mode, like no, like don't criticize me. Find out where it's coming from, because when you find out where it's coming from, when you have compassion and the person that you're dealing with is somehow emotionally intelligent, then you can together resolve this in a very nice way. If you're gonna assume, oh, okay, he is just like, he cannot handle criticism because of blah blah blah, but you don't ask anything, you don't go into the core, then the assumption can lead into a fight, because you're gonna get irritated, like, oh my god, he cannot ever handle criticism, like Jesus Christ, do I have to just like go on tippy toes all the time? If you ask where you were coming from and you let that person explain to you what they meant, where they were coming from, why is it so difficult for them, when you explore a person in depth, whether it's connected to the triggers, to fights, to their interests, to whatever, the more true you find out about that person, and the better love map you build about this person, the nicer relationship it is. The people that I have the deepest, most beautiful relationships with, those are the people that I have a very strong love map, and I feel that they have a very strong love map with me as well. Like, I know their stuff, I know their fears, I know what they thinking, how they think, why they do certain stuff, why they do hobbies, what they do, like what is about their hobbies. And you know what, like, also be a little bit more curious. When you were a kid, you were curious about everything, literally everything was so interesting, and you were curious about everything. And then you grew up and you lost this curiosity. Then like reignite this, because curiosity is such a beautiful thing. Be curious and be curious about people, and that is gonna lead you to have so beautiful relationship, I swear. If you don't want a deep relationship with someone, say okay, yeah, that's a surface level. That's a surface level. If you want to build that deep relationship, to like be so close, you have to build a love map. You have to build a love map so you are seen, heard, understood, and you both have it. And it has to be both-sided. If you're gonna be like getting interested in one person and you're gonna be asking open-ended questions and knowing about their interests and what's going on in their life, but they never ask you a thing, then like, okay, like those people, they can be nice people, they can be good people, but like, I'm like, yeah, this is not a relationship I'm looking for. Like, it's visible that you don't want to know me in my depth, then I guess this is not a relationship like I'm gonna be constantly putting energy in. So choose wisely where you put your energy, but for people who matter to you, open-ended questions, being curious about them, I swear it's gonna make them so happy, and they're gonna feel so good. And because how you make other people feel, that's how they feel about you. The way how you gonna be loved by those people, because you gonna make them feel seen, both parties are happy. Have a lovely day and see you in the next one. Bye!